Hello YouTube and Universe Morro here, and I'm back with another video. Now for this one, I just had an idea. Now, with me recently winning the giveaway for Defender version 4 of Blokees, I just got an idea for a full set they could possibly do. But before we begin, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification so you don't miss another video like this. Because maybe a small clip for you guys, but it's a big help for me and the channel. Thank you. Without further ado, let's begin. Now, you'll probably already read the title and know what my idea is, but if you didn't and you just clicked on the video, why are you here? But you know what, I always love the interaction with people, so stay. But anyway, my idea for a new Blokees set is, what if Blokees did Action Masters? Now, if you haven't seen any of my Blokees videos before, I've said it almost 100 times. I believe Blokees are just modern day Action Masters with more articulation, and I absolutely love the things. They're addicting to build, and I love them so much. So, I was thinking, what if they actually did Action Master characters? And when I started thinking about it, I was like, oh man, this will be an amazing concept. So, without further ado, let's get into some of the characters I would love to see. First off, we have to have an Optimus Prime in each wave, because if you didn't know, that's something Blokees always does. They always make sure there's an Optimus Prime in each wave. And if I'm being honest, I wouldn't be mad about this version of Optimus Prime, because the Action Master version of Optimus Prime has even though it's a basic Optimus Prime color scheme, it adds something different to it. Like, he has yellow eyes, blue forearms, and his legs are completely blue. So it's going to be a different color scheme, but they could use the updated mold that they're using for Galaxy version 8. Because if you didn't know, the new Galaxy version figures can actually swivel their legs. So, yeah. But all in all, Action Master Optimus Prime may be a good start to it. Now, let's go to another character that's obvious, Megatron. Now, even though they don't do a Megatron every wave like they do for Optimus, I feel like if they add Action Master Megatron, it will be a good balance as well for them to be in the same wave like they did for Wave 1 of Blokees. Plus, it will give a chance for Megatron to be in the updated mold that came out in version 8. And all in all, I think this will be a good color scheme for him, like the completely gray body but purple crotch area with dark gray legs. That will look pretty good for a Megatron. And if I'm being honest, if Blokees did vehicles, it would be good for the Neutron fusion tank to be added into it for other characters to ride. But we all know they're not doing vehicles right now. Hey, this is Morro from post-production. So, I made this video before Blokees announced that they were gonna be doing vehicles for Transformers. So, yeah. We actually might be able to get some of the Action Master vehicles if they actually do it. So, share this around. Hurry. But anyway, let's get back to the video. Now we got the main two obvious ones out of the way. Let's move on to some other characters. Now, for this type of wave, I'm expecting it to have more of a Decepticon cast, since more of the Decepticon characters are recognizable when it comes to Action Masters. Well, at least in my opinion. But anyway, let's start off with the Autobots. With the first one being Circuit. Now, you want to be asking, why did I pick Circuit out of all the other Autobots? Well, for one, recently he had a prominent role in the Transformers Wreckers, Treads, and Circuits miniseries that IDW did. And with that, I feel like it will be the perfect time for him to get a new figure to commemorate that. Since that came out in 2021, if this wave came out in 2026, this wave could commemorate the 5-year anniversary of it and just give us a Circuit minifigure, which I would absolutely love if that happened. But yeah, I personally love Circuit. I love the color scheme with the yellow, teal, and orange with the red highlights on them, and it looks really good. And plus, I just want an excuse to get him. For the next Autobot, we have Mainframe, which may seem like an obvious pick, but yeah. Personally, I love Mainframe. I love that he was one of the pieces of the Ark that came out in Kingdom. And oh no, I love the color scheme of them. The red, gray, and blues look amazing, and I feel like it would be a good fit for an Action Master themed set that Blokees could do, because he is one of the more noticeable Autobots that came from Action Masters. And sorry if that seemed weird. Had a couple brain farts. I had to space my words out a little bit so I could actually get them out and not be that fast. But anyway, moving on to the last Autobot, we have Kickoff. Now, one reason I would like to do Kickoff is because for this, they could just use some of the old parts that came from Jazz in Wave 1, but also give some updated parts so it can use the new stuff from Galaxy version 8. And I also like this one because, well, that means we could possibly get an updated version of Jazz in the future. Because, look at this. If that doesn't look like it could use the Jazz mold that they already have, I don't know what mold could. But anyway, one reason I also picked it is because, well, I just thought it would look cool. There's nothing really to it. I like the color scheme, and I think it would be a really good figure. And yeah, oh no, that's it for all the Autobots. Let's move on to their counterparts, that being the Decepticons. And other than Megatron, the other Decepticons I have planned, well, for the first one, we have Action Master Thundercracker. Now, you might be asking, why Thundercracker? Well, he has one of the most notable color schemes in Action Masters. So I feel like that would be a good pick in an Action Master line. Plus, it can also serve as a shattered glass version of Thundercracker because, for one, that's what it looks like in Shattered Glass. And two, Blokees has been doing some Shattered Glass characters already, like Shattered Glass Optimus, Shattered Glass Ratchet in Galaxy version, and the Shattered Glass Megatron in the Defender version. So, all in all, I think this will be a good pick. Plus, it's one of the more noticeable Action Masters, as I said earlier. And plus, it's a good pick for an Action Master-based Blokees wave. But anyway, let's move on to some more characters. Next one we have up is Croc. Now, Croc is another amazing pick for Action Masters because of one thing. He actually got to get more character development in IDW. Because if you didn't know, Croc became the leader of the Scavengers in IDW, which was a big role for him since other than that, he didn't really have any other media. So he's one of the few Action Master original characters that got to get into bigger things in the future. So him in this Action Master set would work perfectly for him. And plus, we haven't had a Croc figure since Titan's Return. Let me know if I'm wrong about that because I think I might be wrong. But yeah, I would love to see Croc get a new figure. And honestly, I wanted to actually be accurate to how he looked in Action Masters because most of his other figures have just been retools of already existing molds. So I would just love for him to get his own thing. Now for another character that hasn't really got a new figure recently and is constantly a remold or retool of a character, we have Bonsaitron, which would fit perfectly in an Action Master theme since he is also a notable character that came from Action Masters. Yes, he doesn't have that many figures, and yes, as he isn't in that much media, but people still like his design and him as a character. So I say adding him in a set like this will throw a bone to the people who actually want him. Because let's be honest right now, we know Hasbro isn't going to make a Bonsaitron anytime soon. And if they are, it would just be like the Super 7 version that was made. It's not going to be that good. By the way, let's move on to the last one of this set, that being Slicer. Now, the reason I picked Slicer is because, for one, you can also put this in as another reference to Shattered Glass because, you know, Shattered Glass Wheeljack uses Slicer's colors, but because Slicer is another prominent Decepticon that came out of Action Masters, and I would love for them to do him because, for one, the color scheme is amazing with the dark gold, red, blue, and black all together. It just looks good. And yeah, those are my picks for if Blokees did an Action Master wave. Now, if you're wondering why I did 4 Autobots and 5 Decepticons, well, for one, when I was looking back at the previous releases for Blokees, I've noticed that whenever they do a wave, they always put 4 of one group and 5 of the other. Like, for example, Galaxy version 4. It came with 5 Decepticons and 4 Autobots. And if I'm being honest, the Decepticons have more members that are memorable from Action Masters, so if they do that, I feel like it would be more of a Decepticon wave. And one thing I would love for Blokees to do, make some of the vehicle for the Action Master characters that work with all the versions, like Classic Class, Galaxy version, and Defender version. Like that, I feel like that would work amazing. Though I don't know if people will actually buy it though personally I would. But anyhow, that's been my thoughts on what they should do for a Blokees Action Master wave. Let me know how you guys feel about it. Do you think I made a perfect list for the Action Master characters, or would you change out some of the characters for other ones? Let me know in the comments down below, and don't forget to join the Discord. It's an alternate way to support the channel. Anyway, if that's everything, that's a wrap. Fade to black.